Journal entry number 1. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, y'all. It is currently 12/25/2025. Hold on, I want to get my AirPods. I don't actually know where they are. Quick intermission. Quick intermission. Look at this coat I got, bro. It is absolutely fire. Hold on, I want to get my AirPods. I want to find them real quick. Alright. Just so audio's a bit better. Alright. So hello YouTube. I just want to say some things, like just speak, just have a quick little monologue, and I just wanted to say the first thing that you gotta do to truly just be happy, bro, to always be nonchalant and happy and chill. And I personally suffer from anxiety, you know what I'm saying? No matter what I can do, no matter what I do, it's I'm always just feeling anxious. And throughout the years, I've just still thrown myself out there, you know what I'm saying? And it's just always been it's always just been not really how do I say this? No matter what I've done, I feel I am me. I feel so comfortable who I am and just being myself. And throwing myself out there, and yet I still always feel anxious for whatever it is, And it's just I don't know. It's just kind of something that's just kind of been baked into me, But something that I found very helpful is just to find your shortcomings first, admit your faults, where you fail at, and just be honest about them, don't before you try and improve on them, you just gotta be honest about it, and then once you're honest about it, that's once I'm I'll be honest, I'm not confrontational, you know what I'm saying? I'll let people walk over me, and I'll fight back. And so it's just a way you can't really fix that until you just bring it up first, you know what I'm saying? You can't just go ahead and fix something when it's just you haven't admitted to yourself that you have the issue, so you gotta make it clear. Number 2, you gotta realize that all your hate and all your annoyance from people is a choice. You choose to have this disdain for this person for this reason, whereas you can just acknowledge that you don't really vibe with that, but you don't have to outwardly say that disdain, you know what I'm saying? You could do that, and you could be just an asshat, or you could choose just to keep that to yourself, you know what I'm saying, and just acknowledge it in your own brain. And people don't understand, really, at the end of the day, we're just brains, and we're stuck up in our head, and our head is just our brain is just perceiving what all of our other senses are saying, and just being yo, this is what's going on, think about it. And then you think about it, and then you get stressed out, you get scared of having to think about the future, and having to drive, or I don't know, give a presentation. But at the end of the day, if you still have to do it, you gotta just fake the confidence, because once you fake it, like confidence, I've always felt confidence has always just been there for me when I just tell myself I'm confident. You know, bro, my phone's about to die, bro. My phone's about to die. But like, I've always just found that confidence for me just like comes when I just yell at myself to be confident. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not really even yelling. It's just like, I accept this is something I got to do, and I give my 100. I give my most authentic, true self, and it's just you know, it's definitely just like something that I've come to be good at. You know, just like throwing myself out there. And yeah, so that's number one. You just gotta like, I mean, number one's like acknowledging your shortcomings, and then number two is to but what was even number two? I low key forgot. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I have like the worst memory ever, bro, and I swear I'm gonna get a. Bro, I swear I'm gonna get like Alzheimer's disease or whatever. And it's like, it's one of my biggest fears, but like, I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. It's probably gonna happen. Like, my memory is just like low key garb. And I've been trying to get better at like encoding information into my brain. But it's not really all that easy, you know what I'm saying? What was number two again though? Number two. Oh yeah, realize that like hate and annoyance, they're like choices, and like that's really key because like when you get hate, when you get annoyed, when you get mad, that's like that makes you have a bad day. You know what I'm saying? It traps you in this cycle where now you're just locked in this like bad or mad mentality. Whereas if you just acknowledge it, you're not really gonna have like it's not gonna affect you because like you know what I'm saying, you didn't let it get to you like that. And it's the same way that like words don't really like words have intent and you can get mad over it, but at the end of the day they're still just words and they can't hurt you. And like if I were to say something to you in a foreign language that you understand, it still has that bad intent, but it just doesn't make sense to you. You don't understand it, you know? And so it doesn't make you feel any sort of way because you don't understand. And so it's just like you got to realize a lot of how we feel is kind of a choice, you know? Like you can't change the external pressures around you. You can't change like having like a failing relationship or like you know, I don't know, my brain's kind of blanking, bro, but you can't change the external things around you. Like you can, but you can't change them in a sense of just like I want it to be that way, so it's that way, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta like, what you can do is you can change the way that you interpret it and how it makes you feel, you know? And the way that like when you interpret it and you see it as like, let's say I feel as though first you gotta realize like why it happened, whether it was something you liked or didn't like. You know what I'm saying? Like even if it was something that you thought was horrible, like there's been a lot of bad things that have happened to me, and at the end of the day, I saw why it happened. I saw why those people acted in those ways, why that happened to me at the end. You know, and it's just like you also gotta see why the good things happen, or why like you just gotta try and figure out why did this happen? You know what I'm saying? And now that you figured out why it happened, now you can reflect upon it and like just interpret it in the best possible way to find new meaning that like can give it a better purpose in your mind than what it was doing before. Like if this especially is if it's like something that's been lingering on you and eating away, it's like you just gotta give it a new purpose in your head, and it will low-key go away because you put that purpose to use, hopefully. And another thing I want to put out is change doesn't like happen unless you want to change, you know. Like I've seen a lot of people go to like rehab because they were forced there, and it was like they always just, you know, get back out and go back and use. And I just feel as though the real people who want to get in there and want to actually quit, it's like, yeah, that's what they want. That's what, like, they're committed and they will change for the better for their life. But, like, you can't force someone to change. If they don't want to change, they're not going to change, you know? And, you know, life can just be like, there can always be a lot of things. And, you know, turning to like money, or like thinking about life like a game never really like works out in the long run, because like once you win the game, even IRL, once you win the game, what do? You know, once you've already collected everything, once you've already done everything, it's like it just doesn't have a point. You know, you put the game down, you stop playing. And the people who look at life like that just end up, you know, they end up unhappy, unsatisfied. And because like you can't put down life for real like that. Like once you get all the trophies, you just kind of gotta sit there and admire them, you know, and just wait. And I feel like people aren't really, for real, you know, satisfied about that, you know. And that's like, you know, A-okay. Everyone's allowed to feel however which way they feel about anything. But, you know, I don't know. This has been a long video, and I'm really good at like thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just wish I could remember what I think about, you know, because like it's really helpful and good thoughts. And also, I don't really think anyone ever really, not too many people come up with too many original things, to be fair. I think they just like, we've just been recycling a bunch of TS, and we've just been innovating as we go by. But I mean, like with ideas, like the philosophical ideas, like for example, you don't if what I'm saying to you you agree with, it's not that I'm saying something that you didn't it's not that I'm saying something that you didn't agree with. It's that, I mean, it's not saying I'm saying something that's totally never been spoken before and you're just hearing it for the first time, and I'm just like convincing you like on the spot. It's more like my like I'm conveying something that you thought to be true, or you thought at least close enough to be true, and my likeness to what you think is what makes you believe in what I'm saying, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like it just works, you know. So anyways, Merry Christmas, y'all. I don't even know if I'm gonna post this. I probably will, because, you know, like, here's another thing, bro. I'm always like, should I post this? I don't know. And I just always press. Like, I really don't care anymore. It's like, I'm not even gonna edit it. I'm not gonna do anything. I don't care if anyone watches this. It's just for me, you know what I'm saying? So, love y'all. appreciate it.